So, yeah, I started working out this week.
So that's what did it?
Yeah. Well, I broke your chair. Then when I realized I rode not one but two of dude's chairs, I was like, all right, it's time to do something.
I've only been telling you that for 3 years.
Yeah, you have, to your credit. And I've been ignoring you for 3 years.
You have been.
To my credit. Oh, but yeah, and work's been. Anyway, let's get rolling.
Welcome to the Buckhorn Podcast. I am Martelle, and Randy showed up.
Yeah, I made it.
He's here.
I would have been here on time, too, if I didn't have to go to 4 gas stations to find a working air pump compressor thing.
I have one down in the garage.
Yeah, my tire was at 13 PSI.
Yeah, you know what?
I didn't want to drive here on that.
So, I had the same thing happen last week. I was taking Harley out to piano lessons, and I have to take her to Bremen, which it's a fucking drive.
That's a haul from here.
It is, but we couldn't find an in-home instructor who we liked. And
That's
this
fair.
is someone who was at the gym at one point and started taking on students. And it's not expensive. It's not terribly expensive, but it is when I drive my truck.
Yeah.
So, but I stopped to get gas, and I'm like, shit, I looked at my tire. I'm like, that fucker's low. It's like 20 pounds low. Like, I keep my tires at 40 pounds, and it's at like 19.
Yeah.
So I checked it and ended up paying $1.50 for air, which air is free, by the way. You breathe the shit, and now they charge for it.
I paid $2 today.
Fuck that.
I agree.
So,
Speaking of things to complain about,
which is what this show is going to be about.
after going to 3 gas stations where all 3 pumps said, pump in use, and I'm like, there's literally nobody here. There's nobody been here. The pump's not running. It's not in use.
Just
And
pick
it
the
wouldn't
thing
work.
up and rehang it up. Or pick it up and start pumping gas.
No, not gas. Air.
Oh.
It's like the compressor kicks on, kicks off.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha. I thought you were talking about
No, I wish.
gas pump.
Yeah, if I pull up, the pump's like, hey, you've already paid. Well, I guess I'd wish that happened for Beth in the Jeep because I don't pay for my gas. But
Right.
So, yeah, I literally was like limping around town trying to find a working air pump. Took me forever.
Yeah.
And then I get there, and of course, the lazy butthole in front of me, not in front of me, but whoever used it last, just left it in the snow and ice.
Well, of course.
So I'm like,
Because
breathing into it.
humanity is a fucking virus on
I
this
literally was
planet.
like, you're the kind of person. Oh, well, everyone I went to was like that. They're all buried in the snow. And I'm like, these people are the kind of people that don't return their cards.
Yeah. Fuck you people, too.
So I had to like clear out the nozzle with my hot, sultry, steamy breath. I'm just there at Speedway like, people are looking at me
that's
weird.
gross.
I'm hacking up hairballs.
That's gross. Yeah, I'm the people that don't return their carts, fuck you. Fuck.
I love that channel, Cart Narcs on YouTube.
I was watching it, and then I kind of gave up on it. I was watching on Instagram.
Some are funny. I haven't watched on Instagram. I just watch on
That's-
YouTube. Some are funnier than others.
That's where I found him at, was on Instagram, and I think I ended up unfollowing him after about 2 weeks of just the same shit over and over again.
Oh, yeah. It's basically the same thing.
But I saw there was some woman who literally the other day was 2 spots up from the cart corral.
And didn't return it.
Oh, no, she returned it to the cart corral.
Oh, okay.
To the outside of the cart corral.
Why?
She couldn't even bother to put it in. She put it literally. She
You're talking like
T-boned,
2 inches further.
T-boned the cart corral with the cart. Like, that's good enough.
So it blocks the spot for sure.
Yeah.
Next to it.
Yeah.
I will park farther away, 1, to get more steps in. And 2, I'll like, not the first cart corral, but sometimes, especially if it's good weather, I'll park by the like way far out cart corral.
Yeah.
So I get the steps in, and I'm right next to one.
Well, I don't park near the cart corrals.
I do.
I will, but I'll park far out. I usually do park far out just because I'm not a lazy fuck that
Well, you see
won't
those.
put my cart in a cart corral. Or, hell, I've even taken them back inside.
I've done that. My favorite is when you see somebody that looks halfway fit.
Come on in, Diesel.
Just come barging in the studio.
Harley opened the door for him just so he could get in. He took his face and just smashed it into the door. He's like, bam.
Bah. Yeah, what were we talking about? Carts.
Cart corrals.
Cart corrals. I forget what I was going to say.
He got his bone. But I said something about parking further out and taking the carts inside.
Yeah.
And people that don't take their carts back to the cart corral are the lowest of low people
It's just that's society today. They don't care about anybody but themselves. They're selfish. They're rude. They're inconsiderate.
The two lowest people on my rung of humanity are people who don't return their carts to the cart corral
And Hitler.
and smokers. No, Hitler's above smokers. I fucking hate smokers.
I was a smoker for like 15 years or something, 12 years.
I hate cigarette
But
smokers.
when I smoked one,
Meth heads are above smokers.
No, they're not.
They are. I would rather deal and talk
Only
to
because it's illegal.
I don't care.
Because if it was legal, like cigarettes, they'd be blowing that meth smoke all up in your face too.
Probably. But smokers just
They'd be
stink.
tweaking at Applebee's.
They friggin' reek. They come in smelling of smoke and just
So my thing when I
nastiness.
smoked, if I was in my car, in this weather, 17 degrees today, I'm driving here on snow and ice. The main roads weren't bad, actually.
No, actually,
But
the roads aren't terrible.
no, not
Even some of the side roads.
for Ohio. But I would have all four windows down, heat cranked, but I would be like out leaning towards my window because I did not like myself smelling like cigarette smoke, my car. I would never smoke in any house I lived in because I hate that smell too. Even when I was a smoker, in my mind I would go, people will smell this if I smoke inside.
Yeah.
I may not.
Smokers don't
because
give a
I get
shit.
used to it.
Both my parents, I grew up in a smoker's house.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I hate it.
I grew up, our
Hate
neighbor,
it.
I was friends with the little girl that lived next door. We were in the same grade. And her parents smoked inside.
Yeah, I absolutely, I hate
Which,
it.
again, that was back, you're talking late 80s to mid 90s. Like, you go to McDonald's, people were just smoking in there, you know? Like,
Yeah.
it was a thing.
So, like I said, I'd rather have a conversation with Hitler than just your run-of-the-mill smoker.
Well,
I'd rather
I
have
think a conversation with Hitler would be interesting.
It would be really interesting, especially if he's high as shit like he's supposed to have always been.
Question 1. The hell, dude?
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
Just chill out.
But
Take some edibles and relax, man.
oh, I found somebody else who is down there and below. Cautious drivers, and not cautious like it's
you mean
icy
overly
out.
cautious.
Yes,
You mean scared drivers.
Yeah,
They're
like-
afraid to drive in adverse conditions.
constantly have the brakes on.
When it starts raining, they turn their hazards on and drop 20 mile an hour on the
Yeah.
speed limit.
20 miles an hour on the speed
Like, I get if
limit,
it's a monsoon or a blizzard,
brakes,
but yeah.
constant braking. I was behind this asshole today, and usually they have an AM 820.
What was his name?
I don't know. Fucking probably Jeff.
You're behind Jeff today?
Yeah.
Right behind his beehole?
Fucking
Just giving it to him?
goddamn mental
Yeah, the AM 820 stickers
is usually
is a dead giveaway
yeah,
of bad driver.
it's
I don't know why.
But they didn't have an AM 820 sticker. But
Was it a CRV? That's another one.
no, it was a Kia.
I can't.
It was a Kia minivan,
Okay. The Sedona?
and it was an older person.
Okay. Old people are frail.
I don't give a shit. You're in a car. The car you can be
Like, send
frail,
it.
and
It's a modern car. That thing has 94 airbags.
guess what? The roads are clear with a little bit of snow on the shoulder, and there's no cars coming at you.
Yeah, just kind of hover the middle.
Go ahead and take up that middle lane and make sure that the speed limit is not 35. It is fucking 50.
Speaking of take up the middle lane, on my way here, coming down Marcy Road,
Marcy.
Alspach. No, I was coming down one of the side roads here.
Ospa.
It's a little hilly, but you can usually see over most of them.
Yeah.
Well, one of the ones you couldn't, this big old Dodge Ram 2500 comes barreling over dead center of the road where it was clear.
Oh, yeah.
Straight at me. Don't be that guy. Like, I don't mind you driving in the middle of the road, but don't do it coming over a hill.
Oh, no, get over.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why there's lanes.
Right.
Although I will say, I don't think the lanes on 2-lane roads like out in the country are absolutely wide enough.
Some of them are not. I agree with you.
They need to be wider. Like, and I also think, with
Like in Seinfeld, where Kramer went out to the freeway and painted the stripes
Yeah.
for wide lanes.
so,
Double wide lanes.
we have an infrastructure bill that Biden's trying to pass. You know what I'd like to see? Heated fucking roads in cold areas for wintertime.
Good luck.
I would like to see that.
We're going to spend another $11 billion for one more jet because Ukraine and Russia.
Which really, apparently, that isn't a thing either, according to the Ukrainians. They're like, we're not seeing all this shit that you guys are saying.
Nobody knows what's
But
real. The media
anyway,
just takes off with crap.
Fuck the media. We're the only media you need to listen to.
That's it.
Just us. I mean, and maybe when we're on other podcasts and Randy doesn't have a microphone
Also fair.
in the background.
That's probably, I haven't
Yelling
listened
at
to that.
dude's face.
It was so
He has a
funny
microphone.
because for those of you that don't know, we did an episode with the Bourbon Hunters and Angels Envy Guardian, and dude forgot to bring an adapter so everybody could have mics. And the bourbon hunters use headphone mics.
Which I don't like those headphone mics.
I don't either. It's convenient because you have...
The mic's always in front of your face.
It's always in front of your face. But when you're trying to take a sip, sometimes it's annoying.
It's in the way.
But what was funny was
and
when
I don't
dude
like
was...
the quality of those mics either.
When dude was trying to let me speak on air, which was nice of him. Thank you, dude. We basically had to be like nose to nose.
Yeah.
Like we were about to kiss.
That was funny.
I heard Careless Whisper playing every time I talked into his mic. Whistle
it, but I just
yeah, we're complaining about Russia. We're complaining about dude's mics.
There's nothing's off.
I love this storm though.
No,
because I got to work from home and I have to go anywhere.
Oh no! I work from home. This
loved it. In Circleville, we got like 2 inches of ice before anything. We were ice all day.
We got 3 inches of ice out here.
Yeah, and then snow the next day.
And an inch of snow. I got 3 inches of ice and an inch of snow. So I couldn't shovel my
Well, yeah, there's nothing to shovel.
Driveway. There's nothing to fucking shovel.
You can go out and broom off the ice.
I'd be chipping away ice.
We got enough snow where last night we made snow ice cream with the boys. That was fun.
Ew.
And then, what do you mean, ew?
Yeah, no. I don't want anything to do with snow. Snow can fuck straight off.
Well, I made a adult beverage slushy with snow, so it was nice.
So it was pollution. It was basically pollution.
That's fine.
Pollution and whiskey.
I will say that the whiskey mixed with a nice little bit of Kintrails was amazing.
You're not going to remember it, so it doesn't matter.
No, I just had that one last night. I mean, it was a jar like this size full of it, but
so full size mason jar.
Yeah, not full of whiskey, full of snow. Yeah, no, I packed full of snow and then just flavored it like a slushy. I did not fill up a mason jar of whiskey.
I got a mason jar of whiskey.
Officer, I only had one.
I had. That's what you tell
just
them.
happened to be like 24 ounces.
Just the biggest fucking jar. They
right.
made, that's all. Yeah, I'm the White Death that's outside. Yeah, it's cute. I hope you delete it later. I am fucking over it.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of people don't like it.
Totally
I get it.
Fucking over it.
A lot of people complain. I get it. I love it.
I would rather have this the week of Christmas and then not deal with this shit ever again.
Anytime in December, specifically the week of Christmas through New Year's.
Yeah, because I'll be in Florida.
By mid-January.
I'll be in Florida, so you can come down.
Like, whatever. By mid-January into February, I'm ready for it to, like, mellow out. I like spring a little bit, but we only get, like, a week and a half of spring. And I love fall, but we hardly get a legit fall anymore. So,
well, that's
we get cold and rain.
It's 9. We're 9 months of gray right now.
Yep.
I mean, that's where we're at. Yeah, the sun's out, but the sky is gray.
My favorite book series, 9 Months of Gray.
9 Months of Gray. Maybe I'm going to write a book called 9 Months of Gray.
You should.
It'll be one sentence.
Ohio sucks.
I fucking hate Ohio.
By Martelle.
Is that a poem or a haiku?
Here's my haiku, my one-line haiku.
God, but yeah, I'm completely.
Let's see if I can write a haiku off the top of my head. It's 575, right? I hate Ohio. The winter sucks when it snows. Get me out of here.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go. The haiku by Randy.
That one's for you. Dedicated to you, my friend.
I appreciate that.
I just named it Martelle. That's the name of my haiku.
So, because we're on a bitch fest at this point, and that's all this show's going to be. And I think that's what every show from here on out is going to be.
That's what every show's been at some point.
No. I mean, this show, I think we're just going to take.
You always say we're going to go a different direction, next level,
you.
And it's always. I wouldn't say it's the same,
It's
but we do what we want.
Yeah, it's whatever. I'll say what I want and then do something completely different. I'll hypocrite this shit.
That'd make a great shirt.
Hypocrite this shit.
Yep. Get on it, dude.
That's IP, by the way, so I want profits.
Yep.
Hypocrite this shit. Do you let Judd or Huck watch like YouTube on a tablet?
If we are with them, they usually watch it on the TV. So this morning, I'm in my recliner. They're watching Storybots on Netflix, which Storybots was teaching them about DNA.
Okay.
And, Huck's like, oh, that's like a twisty ladder. I'm like, okay, like he's learning things.
Right. I'm not talking about that.
Cool.
And
then he goes, hey,
YouTube.
Can we watch YouTube? On YouTube, they used to get into hamster mazes.
Okay.
So people would make mazes, and hamsters would go through them.
Yeah.
And it was pretty cool. Well, now they're into Hot Wheels.
Okay.
So people make these Hot Wheel cities and videos and race them, and build brackets. So like Judd will pick a car and Huck will pick a car and see who wins.
Okay.
But if I leave the room or Beth's not in the room, they're not allowed to.
Okay.
Because I don't trust YouTube. I don't trust suggested videos.
No, and as you shouldn't. So Harley,
How old's Harley?
she's 9.
Okay, so Huck turns 8 tomorrow.
Yeah. So on Harley's iPad, there is a YouTube Kids application.
We've seen that. I still don't know if I trust it. I don't know enough about it.
I trust it more than the actual service. 'Cause
Right.
It's supposed to be. It's geared for kids. Now there's been
But I
some
also
stuff
feel
on
like
there.
if somebody was trying to get to kids, they would find a way to do it there.
They would, and they're supposed to be regulated, like viewed and regulated, and made sure that they are like
Kid safe.
Kid safe. Now there has been a couple things that have gotten through that I've found, and I'm like, what the hell? But there are YouTubers, a lot of them that I hate. You know what a squishy is? You shouldn't.
No.
You have boys.
I feel like that's an Urban Dictionary term. I should be guessing.
No,
I don't.
It's basically like a stuffed animal, like a foam stuffed animal type thing, and they're squishy. They're like a stress ball toy
Okay.
for kids. Well, there's one woman who rehabs them. Like she will
Squeeze them with her thighs.
nope. She'll get the glue. She'll get like the same foamy shit, and she'll get glue, and she'll glue new part. Like if I don't know, if it's a penguin and she wants it to have arms, she'll glue foam onto it and carve arms out of the shit and
So she's
repaint
like
everything.
Sid from Toy Story.
Kind of.
Kind of hobbling together toys.
Except she does everything off camera for the most part. She's not cute. She shouldn't be on camera. The camera doesn't do her any favors.
Okay, first off, we've talked about having cameras in our studio.
Right,
And
and-
I'm not cute. You can be.
I might delete it later.
If we had Jason on full time, I'd say yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. But I hear her voice.
So what? She doesn't do it on camera and show you how it's done. So what's she do?
Oh no, she's not on camera. She's doing all the shit.
So
on
you
camera.
see her doing it. You just don't see
her-
like full body. You see her hands and stuff.
Yeah, for the
Okay.
most part. Like the camera's facing her.
So it's like a DIY video. Like here's how you build a shelf, and you just don't see the person.
Right.
Okay.
You see their hands like doing it
Right.
from the opposite side,
Right,
the opposite
right.
area, or from above. And
Right.
sometimes you'll see her, and I'm just like,
So it's not like a cooking show where you see the full body.
No.
It's like okay.
thank God. I hate these people that do these types and no matter what it is. Like even if it's someone doing woodworking and you can't see them, or they do the woodworking and then they talk over what they did. Well, right here you'll see that I grabbed the number 2 chisel and had the
Shoved it up your butt.
and had the RPMs on the lathe set to 200 RPM so that I can make sure that I get a nice smooth carving
To shove up your butt.
for this dildo I'm making. This
Right.
wooden dildo.
Just like the old days.
Yeah, and
You're going to want to sand that down.
no, don't. I
Leave splinters.
splinters. The gift that keeps on giving. But
It's a night you'll never forget.
I can't stand these people. The other people I can't stand are the people that I'm trying to think what the word I want to use. They subject their kids to it. So they want to be famous, and because their kids are semi-cute, they include their kids in all their activities that they do, so they just make it a gigantic family thing, like a family outing. And Harley and Lexi, keep in mind, Lexi's 13. I don't know why she's watching this shit. But
Because you're a bad father and you've raised them wrong.
right, there's that too.
Yeah.
They're feral. They're pretty
feral
feral kids. They do what they want. But there's this one family.
I saw Harley running out back on all fours when I got here today.
Oh, she's practicing.
Yeah. She was chasing down some creature. It was
She's
like a groundhog or something.
She's going to get dinner later.
She's going out for the hunt.
deer.
Going for deer. Of all the kids, I could totally see her choking out a deer and dragging it home.
I mean, we call her Bear for a reason.
right.
But there's this one family, and I'm sitting there watching, and they include all their kids and all the dumb shit they do. And they go to Disney. Now, the guy...
So you're just watching another family go to
You're just
Disney.
watching another family go to Disney. And the guy's like, oh my God, we're taking Percy to her. This is the first time she's going to go to Disney.
Okay,
It's
first
gonna
off,
be
if
amazing.
your daughter's name is Percy.
I don't know. I just made this shit up.
Okay.
It could have been Priscilla. It's not any better.
That's not better.
It doesn't matter. It could have been Posey, or I don't know what the fuck her name was. It started with a
Posey.
P. It's going to be amazing. And so he's standing there, and Beauty and the Beast walks by.
Both of them?
Yeah, together.
Okay.
And he goes, "Oh, hey, look, it's Cinderella."
Or just the VHS. It's like a giant person in a VHS tape of Beauty and the Beast.
No, it was the characters at Disney. He yells out, "Hey, it's Cinderella and her pet dog."
Shut up.
Swear to God. He
was serious?
Yeah, he turns around. She turns around. Belle turns around and goes, "My name is Belle," and curtsies at him. And I'm like, "You dumb motherfucker."
and her pet Chewbacca.
Just like,
what kind of dog is the Beast? Have you seen the Beast from Disney? Well, obviously you watched the video.
Yeah.
Like the thing's huge. The costume's massive.
And the costume is like 8 foot tall.
Yeah.
And she is probably no more than 5'10".
Right.
And he's like, "Hey, look, it's Cinderella and her pet dog." And my name is Belle.
And her pet dog, who happens to guard the gates of hell.
Yeah, I was just like, Jesus, it's stupid shit like this that I can't stand. And they're
pet Sasquatch. Why is Sasquatch roaming around Disney World?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's
in a suit.
What's like? What was it that kid last year that he was like 8 years old and made $13 million by opening toys?
Ryan.
Yeah, I just heard.
I won't. I like Harley used to ask for. She's like, "Can I get some Ryan toys?" I'm like, "No." I said, I'm not supporting that kid.
13 million.
Just opening toys. And they
or however much. My figure may be wrong, but it was millions of dollars.
That's probably about accurate. And he just opens toys. Not his own toys. Now he has his own toy line.
Does he really?
Yes. Because Harley like, "Can I get some Ryan's toys?" I'm like, "No. I'm never going to support that
You know
kid.
what? This is all Justin Bieber's fault.
Justin Bieber's mom's fault.
He was the first one that got like recognized on YouTube that really made it like huge, like made it possible for others to go like, "Oh, I could do that."
But he was also like an 8-year-old drummer. Like he was playing drums at the age of 8
and singing
on YouTube.
And back
he was
then,
playing the bongos naked on his front lawn,
smoking meth,
like Matthew McConaughey.
all right.
I'm so fucking over this YouTube shit though. Like this, just like I'll yell at the kids. I'm like, turn this. If you're gonna watch YouTube, you need to watch something educational. Like
right,
Coyote Peterson. Coyote Pearson. I wanted to say Peterson. Maybe it is Peterson. Doesn't matter.
I don't know what that is.
He's like he's a animal guy, like animal nature.
Okay.
He has a whole series,
like a Steve Irwin type thing.
Kinda, yeah. And he's from Ohio.
Okay.
But he does a whole series on getting stung by different insects.
Wasn't there a show about that?
It was probably him. There may have been. I don't know. But he's got a whole YouTube.
There was a
series.
show where these two guys were like getting stung or bit by the most gnarly creatures on Earth. It lasts like 1 or 2 seasons.
Oh, I don't know.
Either they ran out of creatures that were gnarly or they died. I don't know.
Yeah, like he started. So he started the season with what would be the weakest sting, and moved his way up through.
What would be the weakest sting? That's just some old grandma pinching your cheek lately.
Yeah, it's like,
oh.
But like he was doing bullet ants and tarantula hawks.
Hard pass.
And he did the giant Japanese hornet.
Nope. Like, I'm not scared of these things.
I don't want to get stung.
Mainly because I'm in Ohio, and like that's another good thing about being in Ohio. I don't worry about that crap.
I wouldn't worry about it no matter where I was. Because I'm not fucking around with that shit.
No, but you go to Florida, you can have an alligator leaning against your door when you open it.
I'm fine with that.
Or a big old python.
Alligator tastes good.
Yeah. You don't want it in your house attacking your 8-year-old, though.
No, I don't. You're right. But that doesn't mean that
in Ohio, that's not even a...
But that doesn't mean if it's leaning up against my front door and I open the door that I can't just pop a cap in its ass.
You go out for the mail in your slippers and your boxers. There's no way you're not in a robe and slippers and boxers like Will Smith and Bad Boys 2 just carrying a pistol everywhere.
You don't know that.
I do know that.
Yeah, you're right.
I know that. I'm not saying you wouldn't or couldn't, but you're not going to do that every time you open the door.
If I moved to Florida, I would have to do that. I think it's a requirement.
You either got to shoot a gator or meth out. Someone on bath salts trying to eat your face.
Yeah, it's got to be one or the other, right?
No, it's funny though when my previous boss flew into Columbus and I was meeting with her because she's from Seattle. She's lived in Hawaii, California, Arizona, all kinds of places. And she was like, "So, what do you guys like? What do I need to worry about here?" And I'm like,
"Nothing."
Well, we were meeting in Whitehall, so I'm like, "Well, you're not staying here, so like you're fine." She was staying over in Hilliard. I was like, "You're nothing really." She was. No, like snakes or big spiders. I was like, no. Like they say
Sasquatch.
Yeah, like a Yeti. And that's in the Hocking Hills. You're fine.
Yeah.
And she's like, what about like bad storms? I was like, we had like the last bad tornado wiped out Dayton, like in 2012, I think it was. Like,
and that was
that was like
that's still 75 miles away.
Yeah. I was like, there was a tornado that hit Circleville in 2001, I think. I was either in high school or just out of high school, and it wasn't near as bad as the one in Dayton. So I was like, you're pretty good. She's like, so you guys don't worry about nothing? I was like,
no,
as long as you're not in a bad part of town. Like, no, we don't. Like,
and Whitehall's not a great part of town. So.
No, that's what I told her. But she wasn't staying there. We were on an army base there, so like on the base, you're fine.
Well, maybe. I mean, let's be honest here.
But so and we were behind a gated part of it. You know, like nobody can just walk in. It's
so
like
Fort Hood.
Taco Bell, right? Fort in the Hood.
That's what they should. They should rename that over there to Fort Hood because it is literally in the hood.
In the hood. But like, I mean, like, imagine being Australian just being terrified to go outside on a summer day because everything's trying to kill you. Or like in the desert of Arizona or something.
That's fine. I would go outside anyway.
I would too.
I mean,
if
it's gonna be my day, it'll just be my day.
That's it. Yeah.
I mean, if a huntsman spider is going to come after me in Australia, then
the dingo ate your Martelle.
And the dingoes, and
they'll get you, dude.
The Tasmanian devils.
Oh, those are just fun.
And Tasmanian tigers and the crocodiles.
Tasmanian bears.
30-foot crocodiles.
Screw those things.
I mean, let's be honest. If a 30-foot crocodile is going to try to eat me, instead of letting it eat me, like take a bite, I'm just going to try to jump down its throat.
Just dive in head first.
Dive in head first and not even let it get a chance to like snap its jaws shut. And then climb inside of it.
Look like Joe Dirt where his head's in the gate and get flipped around. Rocky, let me go.
Just go in.
I was listening to one of the YouTube channels I do watch. A guy, he's a former Navy SEAL, and he started getting on social media talking about some things he could talk about being a SEAL.
Yeah.
But he did a video about the Dyatlov Pass, which, do you know about that?
Olive Top Pass?
No, Dyatlov.
Sounds like a really good drink.
It does. Anyway, these experienced hikers, we should cover it. So it's a fascinating story.
Is it the giant?
No, it's not a giant.
Oh.
But anyway, he got a good response from that. And he's like, well, I've always been into the mysterious crap. So he starts kind of building on it. And he's talking about this one story where I think, and I'm probably going to butcher details. I didn't study it for this. I'm going off memory from something I watched however long ago. But Chinese soldiers took over this German base back in World War II or something. I don't know. And it was on this island, and it was a very uninhabitable island. There's only like one base on one side of the other and one on the other. But aside from that, it's trash. You can't live there. It's swamp. It's infested with all kinds of creatures and bugs.
Okay.
Well, some opposing force comes in and forces all these Chinese or Japanese, whatever, soldiers out of the base.
Russia.
They just got bombarded. It could have been Russia. So they'll go running off into the dark. This is the middle of the night into the swamp. And it was said the swamp water is anywhere from waist to like neck high.
Okay.
So they're trying to cross the swamp on this island to get to this other base where they have other soldiers of theirs.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden they started hearing screaming, and all through the night, these like dozens of people were just walking through this. All of a sudden somebody just get drug under. And come to find out, it was just littered with these 20 to 30 foot saltwater crocodiles. And they were just all getting eaten alive. And out of the like, again, I might be butchering the number, but it was like 60 or 80 people. I think like 8 made it across.
It sounds like a really fucked up game of Hungry Hippo.
Right. So I'm like, yeah, I don't want to live in like, I'm good with Ohio. I don't go out at night like 30-foot crocodile right there in my backyard.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that.
I know, because you live in Ohio.
Even if I live someplace else.
And there's one about Komodo dragons. I didn't realize how nasty those things are.
Oh, yeah. They like
there's like a fence that said "do not cross," and the dude lost something under the fence, and he's like, "I can see it. I'll hop over and get it." And as soon as he got the fence, he was swarmed like they came from out of nowhere.
Yeah,
dirty mouths.
They're
bacteria.
dinosaurs.
Yeah, exactly.
They got venomous saliva.
I want to pet one.
You can.
Like, I don't want to pet one. I want a pet Komodo dragon. I can walk on a leash.
You can
train it to attack other people.
You can get that.
Like somebody ticks me off, I'll just stick it on them.
Yeah, it won't listen because it's a reptile, but
I'll train it
reptile
with magic powers.
Okay, I would say, are you a parcel tongue? But you have no idea what the hell that is.
No, I don't. Is that a Harry Pooter thing?
Yeah, it's a pooter.
Is it really?
Yeah.
So
He can talk to
Lord of
snakes.
the Flies thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Go get your ring.
Rings.
Wings and rings.
I need some. I really
Chicken wangs.
want some chicken wings.
Chicken wang. I just had chicken wings recently. They were delicious.
I can have them. I just haven't yet. This whole nutrition thing is.
Oh yeah, you're in the nutrition thing right now.
I am,
Balls deep in it.
for the most part. I mean, we're 2 weeks.
Are you 2 weeks in?
Yeah,
Oh wow.
we're 2 weeks in. I feel pretty good. Haven't had any alcohol since the 23rd, which was when we did the Bourbon Hunter show.
And even then, you weren't drinking that month, really.
No, I had
Couple drinks in January.
2 prior to that,
Yeah.
and then kind of loaded up on the 23rd with a lot of the rye that you took home. Like, I think I had 4 glasses of that.
Did you? It's so good.
I'm like, oh, Michael brought this. I'm going to drink as much of this.
Well, what
as
was
I can.
funny was
And
he
then
was
gave
like,
it to you.
dude said, what do you think about this? He goes, I think we should pass the rye around again.
Yeah, I was like,
All right.
yes,
My kind of
we
guy.
should. So speaking of that, and then I'll get back to the Angel's Envy is releasing what they call their Cellar series.
Okay.
Okay, and it is. I barely read the article, so bear with me. But
Shocker.
I know. Well, once I looked at the price of the bottle, I quit reading. So,
Oh, not for me.
yeah, I ain't doing that.
That's why they call it a cellar series. It's for the cellar.
Well, it's CELLAR, and it's an ice cellar. So they store the barrels in an ice cellar for, I think, 9 months.
Okay.
And it's got it's supposed to have like a caramel apple
So they store it in the barrel?
in the
ice cellar?
barrel in an ice cellar.
I wonder, because usually the barrels, you want the temperature to vary to push the alcohol in and out of the staves.
Yeah, keep in mind, this is finished.
Right.
So
That's what I'm saying. I just wonder what it...
I don't know if it was the rye barrel or the rum barrel, because it's the rye that they're doing. So
So you don't know if they put it in the rum barrel and then
put it in the ice cellar,
or just did it
or if
straight
they
from
just
the rye.
did it straight from the rye. So
I'm intrigued either way.
it's $250 a bottle. I went, I'll just wait for dude to get a bottle.
Exactly. Invite us on that show, dude.
Yeah, or we'll just get a hold of Michael and be like,
I'll
hey,
bring my own chair.
Michael, can you get me a sample?
There you go.
I just you can put it in whatever little pea bottle you want to.
You can put in an Angelito bottle.
Yeah, I will take it. But so
I'm intrigued. I
I
ain't going to pay $250, but I'm intrigued.
no, I'm very intrigued by it. Because it really seems like it might be kind of up there with their cask strength stuff they do. Because that's how much a cask strength bottle is. They're about $200 to $250.
And also limited.
Yeah, and very limited. This will be a limited thing as well.
Right.
But I just found it very interesting that they were doing a rye this time. Because apparently they've done this before, but I've
never heard
me
that.
being the Angel Envy expert that I am, I've never heard of this. But no, back to the whole nutrition thing.
Rigmarole.
Yeah, the
That's a good
nutrition
word.
thing. Rigamarole.
Whatever.
Rigamadoo. It's going well. I feel good. If I eat more fucking carrots, I'm going to turn orange.
Ugh. You eat raw carrots?
I love raw carrots. Raw carrots.
Take them and stick them up your butt. Literally. You can. If
You can if you want.
You absorb the nutrition faster that way.
But lots
Instead of butt chugging, you can butt munch. Butt munch some carrots.
lots of veggies. Like the veggies is just unfucking real.
If you butt munch carrots, are you also getting your Kegels in at the same time?
Probably.
That's like getting nutrition while working out.
Yeah,
I'm brilliant.
you are.
I should write nutritional books
Yes.
with my picture on the cover.
Right. It'd be like the what was it? The guy who did Atkins.
Oh yeah, Dr. Atkin,
Yeah, he died overweight.
fatty.
But anyway, so I tried to I'm really fucking competitive.
Yes, we know that. We've discussed that.
We have discussed that.
Have you lost any points yet?
No.
So you're
I'm going
batting
for 100.
1,000.
I'm going 100%. Like I am all in at this point. Like I'm doing everything I can to make sure that the hardest part is getting 6 cups of vegetables.
No, the hardest part is making sure nobody else is lying.
Well, that's and that is where I'm going with this. So I don't think anybody's lying or cheating on this one.
That's good.
Okay. But looking at what some of the people list in their food journal, because there's a whole food journal with this thing that you're supposed to fill out. Some people do not. They just say, wrote it in my food journal. Wrote it in, because there's a food journaling app that some people use.
And other people can see, or?
Well, we can't see it.
Oh, okay.
Because it's not part of this application, but the food journal that's in this application is the one that I wish everybody was using. Because there are a few people that'll go, I put it in MyFitnessPal. No.
Well, that's fine, but you need to also put it in.
You should be putting it here as well.
It's accountability.
That's my thing. Or, occasionally I'll miss a photo. Or I'll have, because they only give you 6 spots for photos. So you have breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, snack. So you get 6 spots. But I'll do 2 snacks in between lunch and dinner. I may have.
Has anybody accidentally uploaded a naughty picture yet?
No, not yet.
You should put up a picture of your butt.
I thought about it.
But here's what y'all can eat for dinner.
Peaches.
Ate some peaches.
But there are some people that I don't think
painted green. Got a couple watermelons.
There's a whole Easter egg meme.
For
guys' butts painted like Easter eggs. I don't think some people get it though, and it drives me. Being the way that I am, I want people to be as competitive as I am about it. And they're like, I had a Laura bar and a banana.
Yeah, it sounds like something I do.
You had a Laura bar for breakfast and a banana for lunch. You're totally missing the point on this.
Yeah.
Totally missing the point on it. Oh, you sat down and ate 6 cups of vegetables in one sitting? I hope you don't shit your pants. That's not the that's
I
not
hope
the point.
You do, because that would be funny.
Well, it would be, but I wouldn't be around for it. So if it
no, but you can hear a good story.
There, not because I don't talk to these people.
Oh, fair enough.
A lot of the people I don't talk to. They're members of the gym, and we're in different classes, and I don't talk to them. But in some cases, they're just doing things to check a box instead of actually trying to make the choice, the change, that habit and lifestyle change. Someone said oh, what was my birthday? So I am entitled to have a piece of cake. No, actually, you're not entitled to have a piece of cake. If you're trying to lose weight, you're not
entitled. You just made a choice to. That's fine. You still get docked for that.
Right. That's the thing. You're not. There's.
You don't get a pass because it's your birthday.
Right. That you're not entitled.
Because what about people whose birthdays are not in the challenge?
Yeah. And you're not entitled to shit. By the way, just so everybody understands, you are entitled to fucking nothing. But it's just it drives me batshit crazy. And then there are certain people that I'm not sure that they're following the letter of the rule, but not doing what they should be doing. Like eating 6 cups of vegetables. 6 cups of vegetables is a bag of salad.
It's a lot of veggies.
That's a lot of veggies. That's a bag of salad to just sit down and eat. That's so much.
I might eat a cup to 2 a day on a good day.
I will normally eat 4 cups of vegetables in a normal day, but now I'm eating 6. I just have 2 cups of vegetables as snacks, like carrots or celery and almond butter. Or cucumbers and hummus.
No, thank you.
But people need to fucking get with their shit together.
They're not going to.
I know they're not going to.
So just beat them all and take the prize money and
that's my plan.
The white horse and ride off on it, giving them the double bird.
I plan on taking first, second, and third.
Do it.
I'm gonna trifecta this fucker.
Just take the whole podium.
Let's take the whole podium. It's all mine. Jimmy and Brandon, it's all mine.
Got it all.
Taking it all. Liz can have second. I'll take third and first.
If she earns it.
Oh, Liz is busting her ass.
I'm sure she is.
Jesus.
She did last time.
Yeah, she did. And she got screwed.
Well, what you and her do behind your closed doors is your business.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Oh. I about started saying some dirty things, but I'm not going to. Mainly because Liz will kill me.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, most definitely.
It would have been funny, though.
We have plenty of land to bury you, so.
I take up a lot of real estate.
I know.
Just roll me in the pool and fill it with dirt.
Nope. I don't want to ruin a pool. But like I said, I've had to explain to some people. They're like, well, I don't understand how you can drink all this water and how you can do this. And I'm like, because I'm going to do everything in my power to beat you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to drink so much fucking water that I will get up 4 times out of bed in the middle of the night pissing because you won't do that.
It reminds me of a story. I'm wanting to say it was Kobe. It might have been Jordan. But one of them was warming up before a game by themselves in the arena, showed up early at whatever stadium they were at. And one of the other hot shots from the other team comes in, gets ready and starts warming up. And he works out for like an hour. And he sees either Kobe or Jordan still going. So he keeps going. And they keep going back. You know, they're just on the opposite ends of the court, taking shots, doing layups, just shooting around.
Yeah.
And finally, the dude that came in from the home team, he walks over to him and he's like, how long you been here? He's like, oh, I got here like an hour and a half before you. And he's like, do you always work out? Like, do you always do this early before a game for this long? He goes, no. But once I saw you come in, I wasn't going to let you think I wasn't going to work harder than you.
Right.
And then he went out and put up like 38 points that game.
Yeah.
Against them. It was like, I'm just proving to you that you're not going to outwork me.
Yeah, I try not to do that.
And you know that gets in the dude's head. Like the whole game, he's just sitting there like, this dude's nuts.
I try not to do that when I'm at the gym now. But I had someone came up to me the other day. It happened twice.
Is this where they talked about I was trying to outdo you?
Just trying to
beat you?
keep up with
keep
me.
up.
And I'm like,
yeah.
Don't.
You said that last week. You're like, I can't even keep up with myself.
Yeah, don't. Just
Still
don't.
in myself.
Because
you're super competitive. You are.
I'm secretly competitive.
Yeah, you're quiet about it.
Yeah,
you're not yelling at people. You're not. You just look over and smile, and then you try to outdo everybody.
Yep.
That's like, you remember Hoop that was on here?
Yeah.
He's one of the most competitive guys I know at everything, but you'd never know it.
Yeah, see, I'm not at everything.
Because he's smiling, he's laughing. Oh, dude, it don't matter what he's doing. Football, basketball, softball, any sport, don't matter what it is. He wants to beat everybody.
Yeah.
You challenge him to like for our fantasy football league, whoever
Pit
wins.
farting competition.
Yeah. He'll try and beat you.
It's not. I can't do it anymore.
You can't pit fart anymore. You kind of got him going.
No, I can't do it.
I feel like
anymore.
we lose that ability as we get older.
I think we do. I think
armpits-
it's called puberty.
Our armpits develop like women's breasts.
You know what? I got to see if Hardley can do that someday.
What, pit fart?
Yeah.
I bet she can.
She can cross one eye.
How do you cross one eye?
There she is. Hey, can you pit fart? Do you know how to do a pit fart?
Do you know what a pit fart is?
You put your hand under your armpit and squeeze, and it goes. Can you do that? No. Have you ever tried? Yeah. Oh. Okay.
It's in the genes.
All right. Move along. Bye. Love you.
Move along.
Better get your stuff done. You only got 45 minutes before you leave. Out.
Parenting.
Yeah.
By Martelle.
Oh, great. Get out of here. You got peace out. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Mwah. Get hit.
What were you talking about before pit farting? Competitiveness.
Being secretly competitive, but being
the fantasy league.
So competitive.
The fantasy league I run, whoever wins, they get to choose the competition next year to determine draft order.
Right.
We did a punt, pass, kick competition. We've done darts. We've done a hot dog eating contest. We did the Hot Ones challenge. We've done just whatever. Whoever wins next year, they get to pick competition that determines draft order. Don't matter what. Hoop does not like condiments, basically. He does not do hot. He doesn't do exotic food.
So that's why
during the hot sauce, he went all the way up to Da Bomb, which took out 8 of the 10 of us that year. And he does not like anything. He don't like taco sauce, basically. Like mild sauce is it.
I would have everybody.
But he's so competitive that he literally was out front, snot running out of his nose, which we all were.
Right.
But I'm just saying he's that competitive that he didn't care. And he's like, I'm doing it. I don't like it. He wasn't complaining. He's smiling, laughing like the rest of us. But he did. It's just like, it's that next level of, you're not going to beat me. Or at least, if you do, you're going to know I was there. I'm giving it my everything.
Yeah.
So he's very much like that.
I would make everybody chug maple syrup.
Ooh, chug.
Just like Super Troopers. Like, 3, 2, 1, go.
It's because he's got those big, beautiful lips.
That's right. It's on Amazon Prime right now, too.
You're not Mexican? Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, classic. I remember that came out and most people didn't know about it. Like, we got on DVD on a whim, me and my roommate at the time. Dude, we watched that thing over and over and over, and finally, like, it spread.
I wore out a DVD.
Yeah.
I had to buy another one. Because I've seen it over 200. I've seen that movie over 200 times.
I don't know how many I've seen it.
And I
will
will
say it's more or less, but I've seen it a lot.
I would rewind certain parts. Like I'd be watching it, just rewind and watch the same spot over and over and over.
It's so good.
It is the best. I won't complain about Super Troopers. Super Troopers 2, though, that movie was not good. It wasn't. It had
near
moments.
as good as the first, but it wasn't the worst sequel I've ever seen.
No.
I'll complain about a sequel.
Beer Fest was great.
Beer Fest was good.
Slam and Salmon was not.
Nope, Slam and Salmon wasn't. What was the one where they were at the haunted island?
I know which one. I can't remember
that
the name
one.
Of
Wasn't great. But the worst sequel I've probably ever seen in my life was Joe Dirt 2.
Never watched it.
Don't.
I didn't.
It is not even worth watching to see how bad it is. It's not even bad in a way that's like, oh, it's like a car wreck. I can't stop watching. It was just bad. Like I don't even know if I made it all the way through the first. I think I did, but I've never wanted to go back and watch it again. Especially after Joe Dirt. Joe Dirt's a classic.
Yeah.
Joe Dirt 2, they went like they time travel. It's just, dude, it's so far out there. And I think the part that I already thought was going to be the funniest was where this like hot chick just lays down the biggest, wettest fart ever. And you're like, okay, farts are funny, but
that's all they have going for
that
them.
can't carry an hour and a half movie.
No.
It's just, and honestly, it wasn't that funny of a scene anyway. But yeah, it got weird. It was way over. It was just, they didn't try too hard. They tried their hardest and failed miserably.
So that's the problem is they tried.
Bad
Don't
writing.
try.
Yeah, don't
That's
try.
the problem. Don't try.
Ever.
Like when you're writing movies and shit like that, don't try. That's when they fail. And it's usually on the sequels. Because the first one was just written on a whim.
They try to write out the popularity of the first one, knowing they'll get a few more bucks because people will pay to see
the second one.
I mean,
yeah.
As long as they make more than it took them to make it, I guess it's not a bad business decision. Like if I made a movie that made hundreds of millions, and the next one may only make 12 million, but it only cost me like 6 to make or 4 to make, it's still good for my pocket. But it tanks your reputation. It tanks the series.
It tanks everything.
It taints the original, I think.
Yeah, it does.
So that's why I'm going to complain about bad sequels.
Yeah.
I hate bad sequels.
I hate everything. I hate snow. Have I mentioned that I hate snow?
Never. I'm
friends
shocked.
Don't let friends live in Ohio.
I am shocked to hear that you hate snow. I've never known that about you.
I'm shocked to hear that too.
I thought you loved winter. I'm surprised you're not building an Iceman out there right now.
I basically hate the color white.
Do you want to build it? That's racist.
Isn't it? Good.
So I hate George Bush hates white people.
I hate Kanye West.
As Mike Myers put it.
I hate.
How you feel about Donda, though?
And she's got some teeth on her.
Baby got teeth.
That was a real bucktooth podcast.
It was.
You know, he's got a friggin' documentary coming out, or docuseries. I think it's like a 3-part docuseries coming out on Netflix that he has no say in. But it puts him like in this light that he's like this amazing genius. When really he's not. I don't even think he has money, to be honest. I think he just literally lives off of the fact that he's a goddamn nut job.
Well, he didn't have money until his mom died and he sold all her teeth and got all the money for all that ivory.
Ooh.
for each tusk she has.
I didn't know what it was going to be.
You just pushed a random button.
A button because I don't have. They're not. You can't label the fucking thing.
You just need a notepad that has it on it. A sticky note.
That's what I'm gonna have to do. I don't.
That's all you need. Just a sticky note next to it there.
Yeah.
It's fine.
But it was perfect.
It worked out fine. She smiles and I see a whole fleet of stormtroopers marching in there. The next Fast and Furious movie, instead of a semi-trailer full of Panasonic VCRs, it's just going to be them trying to take over and hijack her mouth, stealing all those iPads.
Chiclets.
Those are packets of chiclets, dude.
Yeah, I know. Big white packets of
man.
Chiclets. Yeah. I got nothing else to complain about. I mean, I'm sure I have other shit to complain about, but I can't think of anything right now.
Okay. I want to take this card off Liz's desk that has your name on it and go shopping.
It's deactivated, so.
Oh. Wah, 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 wah. There it is. You know that button?
I do now.
Oh, man.
We had a $4.53 charge from Amazon on my credit card.
Okay.
And I basically got on the bank app. I'm like, I didn't make that charge. And they're like, all right, great. We're going to send you new cards and cancel your old cards. Update all your shit. I'm like, oh, motherfucker.
Yeah. I hate that.
So I don't know what the...
At that point, you're like, you know what? Just let him take the $4.53
at that
or
point, it is too late.
It's under $5. Never mind. Oh, wait. I just remembered. I bought a roll of toilet paper.
Yeah, it was super expensive.
It's a tube of toothpaste.
Came from China.
Right. China.
Which... How do you feel about China? Let's make sure that we're not played in China right now.
How do I feel
Fuck
about
the CCP. Okay, so
I'm indifferent. I have no.
So the Chinese government pulled a Dutch reporter.
Joe Rogan from Spotify.
No, a Dutch reporter off the air while he was live on TV, covering the Olympics. They just walked over and they're like, "Da, da, 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 da," whatever, and they just dragged him off the air.
Why?
Don't know. I don't speak Chinese or Dutch. But there was no context around it. It just shows them talking to him, pulling him away.
You know what?
And then he came back, like, I don't know, it was like, I think 30 minutes later to finish whatever it was.
There are two things that I absolutely cannot tolerate. I can't stand
White people.
People who are intolerant of other cultures and the Dutch.
Well, that's a quote from Austin Powers.
It is. But it also seems applicable here as I stutter over my words. Yeah, I want to know why.
I'd like to know why. They never really gave a reason why. But the U.S. Olympic Committee told all of our athletes not to take their personal devices over to China, gave them all burner phones because the Chinese government will be collecting data on everybody that's there.
Does China have government cheese?
No, because a lot of their people are in poverty, so they don't even get cheese.
What do they get? Government rice?
Probably.
I like rice. I had some for dinner last night.
I do too. I like sticky rice.
I like all kinds of rice.
Sticky rice is amazing.
Almost all rice is sticky if you prepare it the right way.
Yeah, maybe.
Have you ever had white rice with a little sugar in it?
No.
My old roommate used to eat that.
I just put some soy sauce on it.
Yeah.
Just rice and soy sauce.
I tried it with sugar on it. It just tastes like sweet rice. You just put it a little bit and stir it in, but
I'm not interested in that.
Soy sauce is
to be honest, but I'm into the soy sauce thing.
I like soy sauce.
I do too.
Yum yum sauce.
I like MSGs.
Ginger sauce. All the MSGs. Give me all the MSGs.
Obviously.
Give me the messages.
Yeah.
Love them.
Yeah. But I don't like the CCP.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm so over politics in
it's
all
not even
countries.
a politic thing. It's like they're literally ruining Hollywood. So, like, we change movies because of them.
Hollywood's ruining Hollywood.
Well, I mean,
they're trying to make every single superhero is gay now, and I don't care who's what, but if you need a gay superhero, make a gay superhero.
Make one, yes.
Don't turn Superman gay. Don't make somebody a lesbian that's not a lesbian, or transgender that's not transgender. Like, just if you want to empower somebody, do it.
Give them a new character.
Give them a kick-ass character and just do it.
But so Doctor Strange, for instance,
don't know anything about Doctor Strange.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
There's a character on there they call the Ancient One. Who
sounds old.
She's thousands of years old as a character. She is one of the main characters in the first movie and in some of the other movies. I'm saying she because Marvel had to change it from a Tibetan monk to an old white woman so that China would show the movies in China because they make more money in China on Marvel movies than they do in the U.S. So they cater to these assholes. The NBA is another one. The NBA caved to the CCP on whatever the fuck it was and apologized to China. Screw you.
I don't watch the NBA.
The National Basketball Association is an American thing.
If the NBA went away tomorrow,
I would
not be affected at all.
No, I could I could care less. But, and then you got John Cena, who apologized in Mandarin, which is fine. I mean, he's big in China. But
he's big everywhere he goes.
Well, no, he's actually a pretty short guy.
Yeah, he's still big, though. Well,
he's
big.
Yeah, he's bulky. He probably shouldn't skip leg day, though.
Thick.
If you've seen that meme.
I have seen that meme.
Yeah. But he apologized in Mandarin, which Vince McMahon had him learn because he was going to be doing a tour in China when he was actually wrestling, for the way that Hollywood was acting. Don't apologize to them. Do not apologize to them. They are the worst.
So it's like bad drivers.
More stuff to complain about.
Bad drivers, the CCP. What was the other worst thing?
Well, smokers.
Smokers. All worse than Hitler.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's a strong stance, my friend.
I'm going to stick with it.
Go right on ahead.
I
want to go ahead and say Hitler's probably one of the worst.
He is. Oh, no, he absolutely is. He was a fucking bad guy.
There's a TikTok I should have sent to you guys, but these two roommates are talking. He's like, "You finally did it?" He's like, "Yeah." He said, "You managed to turn our washing machine into a time machine." He's like, "Yeah, try it out." So the guy gets in the washing machine, and it's like 30 minutes later, he comes back, and he's like, "Did you do it?" He's like, "Yep, killed Hitler, wiped him out." He said, "And how'd you do it?" He goes, "It was easy. I went back to when he was a baby." He's like, "You killed a baby?" He's like, "I killed baby Hitler." And they go, he goes, "Did it work?" He goes, "I don't know. I haven't been outside. I've been literally standing here for a half hour waiting on you to come back." I was like, "Let's go check." And they go outside, and it's just everything's in Hebrew on the buses, all the ads, Hasidic Jews walking everywhere. And they're just like, "Whoa." The other guy goes, "Yeah." He's like, "So many Jews." I was like, "That's so dark."
Wow. No, Hitler was an asshole. He's a bad guy. I don't condone anything he did, but, I mean, if I had to choose between Hitler and a smoker to have on the show, I'm going to choose Hitler.
I think having Hitler on the show would bump our ratings a little bit.
You think?
Versus, hey, we're going to have average Joe smoking on the show.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Marty. Talk, Marty. Hey, guys, thanks for having me on. Hey, guys, thanks for having me on the air.
I hate smokers.
How much time we got left?
As much time as we want.
Okay.
I mean, we have all the
Speaking
times.
of smokers and people dying, got a joke for you.
Oh.
That you've heard, but you told me I need to tell on the air.
Okay.
So there's this coroner in training. Old dude training him. Has him working on this body. And he's overworking on another. The young guy in training jumps up. All of a sudden, kind of freaks out. Whoa! The guy's working on another body. He goes, not really paying attention. He goes, "What's up?" He goes, "This lady's got a shrimp coming out of her vagina." The old guy goes, "What?" He hurries over there and he goes, "Show me." The young guy points to it. Says, "Right there." And he goes, "Well, look, right there is a shrimp." The old guy kind of laughs and goes, "Young man, you've got a lot to learn. That's not a shrimp. That's called the clitoris." The young guy kind of looked at it confusedly and said, "Well, you know what? Sure tasted like shrimp." There it is.
There it is. We go.
Oh, Mom's going to love that one. So will Beth. I'm going to get in trouble.
Maybe I'll fix that in post.
I'm going to get in trouble.
Nah, you'll be fine. Which one was rim shot?
I don't know.
D.
D. The D. There we go.
I'm writing stuff down.
That's smart.
Yeah, I know. God.
I like how you didn't know where I was going until I started, and then your face completely changed.
And I just was like, this one. You said smokers, and I'm like, this has nothing to do with smokers.
Nothing at all. No, but smokers die. Emphysema and whatnot.
Oh, yeah, thankfully.
So there's this lady that died from emphysema. Let me segue it a little more appropriately there. Like the professional that I am.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I don't know that I have anything else.
Yeah, I'm good. Let's wrap it up.
All right.
You just did that so you could write it down, right?
There we go. I got it written.
Got
down
them
now.
all.
Got them all. Got to catch them all. There we go.
Catch them all.
So now I
catch
can.
them all.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, check out the episode where I and half of Randy are on the Bourbon Hunters podcast.
Half of me is just one normal sized person.
I know, but I mean, you can only really barely hear you in it.
That's fine.
I mean,
I was still enjoying the Angel's Envy.
It's a lot of this.
Yeah. I was trying to talk loud, but I'm like...
I really taste the smoked apple in this, along with the spices from India.
The apricot.
I don't even know what an apricot is.
I mean, tastes just like one, though.
Yeah, it was a lot of that. Towards the last half of it.
That's fine. Yeah, I didn't talk much the first half.
No, I didn't either. And then, if you want, you can check us out on other platforms as well, like iTunes or Google.
Stitcher.
Directly on Facebook.
We're pulling from Spotify.
Yeah.
Because we don't like Neil Young.
Yeah, I don't like Neil
so
Young.
We don't want to be where he's not at.
I'm going to pull from Apple because Neil Young's there.
There you go. We're not pulling from anywhere.
I'm not.
We're not pulling
I'm
out.
not even pulling out.
Yeah.
Baby, you get a baby, and you get a baby, and you get a baby.
You just say that to Liz every time.
Yeah. Spider-Man.
No. I refuse to let this go downhill now.
Why?
After my corner joke. I refuse to let this podcast become dirty.
What if he's Spider-Man or after that?
I mean, I don't think she's going to complain.
It's a salty shrimp. All right, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
It's the Google Twitstagram.
Only on Instagram and barely ever there.
Yep, that's it.
So, anyway, I'm Martelle. Randy showed up.
Yeah.
We're out.
Bye.
See ya.